Shabbat Shalom. So we start by breathing. I almost forgot to breathe last time. That was very bad. Sometimes when I do my breathing things and I see people not wanting to breathe with me, like, that's on you. You don't want to breathe. I can't help you there. But I like breathing, and I'm sorry when I forget to breathe. And I like breathing before we begin the candle thing, because I don't want anybody standing there and breathing on them. We've been having a hard enough time with the candles as is staying on, but let's see if this will work. So this has been a kind of a wonderful week. I can't tell you how many times people have asked me, do Jews, well, they don't ask it that way always. Occasionally they say, do Jews celebrate Thanksgiving? But it's more like, well, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? So I did. Anybody else in this room celebrate Thanksgiving? I did. Sometimes I'm not even 100% sure why somebody would ask that. Well, yeah, I know, but why would they think that? I don't know. But anyway, because I guess I can use my imagination. I'd rather not use my imagination on that. We'll talk about that too, about the way we write our own version of what the story is. That's what I'm hoping to talk about in a little bit. But first, we are going to remember all the things that we've been through since last Shabbat. And some of them, for some of us, have been stressful. Whether it was travel stress, and now you're here, or whether it was cooking stress, and now you're here, or whether it was, I don't know, not enough notches in your belt kind of stress, and now we're here and we're good, or how to heat up the leftovers. That was my stress today. I read the article about what things aren't supposed to be stored and what things you have to cook with thermometers, even reheating, and that was stressful. But here I am. I'm here to tell you the story. So we begin then with taking a deep breath, letting it out. And try again. Letting it out. And I don't want to start on a sad note, but there was a mosque was attacked. Mosque was attacked in Egypt, and over 230 people were killed. And it was a terrorist attack, but the Muslims who were praying in that mosque were Sufi Muslims. And the Sufi sect is a group of people who try to find God by looking inward, and their whole thing is about peace and not needing stuff, and it is a horrific thing that people would go in and murder them. So I don't like starting off with something like that, but since I already started by thinking about people who don't understand why Thanksgiving is a holiday that we can celebrate, I think that there's a lot of intolerance, and I'm sorry, it hurts my heart, and so I want us to acknowledge that. As a matter of fact, in the past few weeks, most of the terrorism that existed in the world were against people who were worshiping at the time they were worshiping. Most of the deaths were Muslims, and some of the deaths were Christian. And it just hurts my heart, because I don't believe that it's true that if we had a world without religion, there would be peace in this world. I think that those of us who are here know that we can be good about what we do in faith, and we can still have peace in the world. So, and my heart hurts when I think about those things. And I should have done that before we were breathing, because now I need to breathe again. But it makes my heart hurt. And so, before we begin the blessings, I want us to sing our Thanksgiving song. My students are really good at this, and they can help me. We're going to be walking up and down the stairs. We're going to remember. All right, so anybody want to come up and help me? No? Come on, Millers, Murovs, nobody? Okay, we'll do it like this. Do it from there. At least I'll hear you singing. It goes like this. 2 words, Hodu, Ladonai. Hodu means y'all give thanks. Ladonai means to God. Hodu also means turkey, so I love this one for Thanksgiving. Hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu. You sound really good. We could probably do this as around one of these years, but not today. Today we're going to begin our service on page 65, and I am going to call up Claire and the Kaminkers to help us with the blessings on page 65. Yeah, bring them. Come on up. Page 65. When you see them make their way to the candles and the Kiddush cup, please rise. That's our tradition. But you can wait for a second. Ready? 65. Whole page. Come on over here. Go by the candles. Go by the candles. 65. Claire can go front and center. They're saving you a spot. Look at this.
That's why we were late.
You're not late today. This is good. We're on Kaminker time.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Breeze, come here, Breeze.
Okay, from the top of the page. Ready?
Yes. Now,
Top of the page. Oh, and glasses.
where
Those
am I
are
starting?
serious glasses. Top of the page. As these candles. What page? Start from here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know where she was thinking. What was she thinking? Go ahead.
Okay.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our day, our own day, be among those who kindle light. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, who...
There's a candle right behind there. It was
Okay.
getting, the book was
There's
getting really warm.
somebody-
Go ahead. Everybody join you in this. We praise you.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Let there be joy.
Let there be light.
Let there be peace.
Let there be Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Oh. And now we turn to page 100. You doing this all in Hebrew or in Hebrew and English? What are you doing for your Kiddush?
Hebrew and English.
Hebrew and English, page 167 at the bottom, and then 166 in the English. 167 in the bottom. Somebody lift up the cup.
Okay.
Sarah, it's you.
Let's rock and roll.
There you go.
Okay.
Lift it up.
Adonai.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Keep going. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work, and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we mark to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat. L'chaim. I'm going to take this book away.
Yeah. It's a weapon.
Well, it's just ready to...
Chug it.
You may be seated. If you say Shabbat Shalom to somebody you came in with, and Shabbat Shalom to somebody you didn't come in with, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom back there. I came with you. Shabbat shalom.
Good job. Is this your book?
And we continue on page 66. Just 66. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Good to see you. Come here, you and your little munchkin. Mwah. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Good job. Thanks for not burning down the sanctuary.
We're just having a wonderful time.
I love that. That's great.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Whoops, smoosh. All right. Page 66. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabla. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad. Hishmi'anu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem hu tiferet v'lit hila, lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nikabla, likrat Shabbat lechuvan elcha, ki mekor ha'bracha, Say Rosh Mikedem Nesucha Sof Ma'aseh B'machshava Techila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pene Shabbat Nikabla Hit'oreri Kiva Orechu Mi Ori Shir daberi kevod Adonai alaych nigla lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabla. And use your imagination. Here she comes. Bohi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gamba simcha uvitzola toch emune am segula. Boichala, wow, lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabla. I saw her. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in search and in need, all who bring to this place the offering of their hearts. May our worship here lead us to fulfill our words and intentions with acts of kindness, peace, and love. We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice. Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope. We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights, and yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage. Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus, and we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love. May our celebration bring us strength along our way. In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding an impulse to love the good. May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel. Isaac, how's your voice today? Higher or lower? Okay, that's sad. Come on up. That's very sad if you think I'm going to do the higher. That's really sad. But I will do it because this is around, and it helps to have two people sing. It's just Hinei Matov. Don't be scared. They will help you. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. You stay low. Hine nachim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. That was good. You want to go up? Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Let's both stay down. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. We got it. Nice to have your sound back. I had Helene cleaned out the library, and one of the kids saw it and said, "Isn't that the room where Isaac used to sing with us?" It's good to have Isaac singing back with us. It was. They're getting there. Not that bad. They're probably sitting right here. As a matter of fact, they're not that old. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath, rest, and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times, if we but open our minds to you. We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We seek the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths our heart knows. May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth. May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrei chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehesh merabah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'alal shemeh dekudesha brichu le'la min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damihiran be'alma v'miru. Amen. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach l'olam va'ed. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out. Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us? And yet within us abides a measure of your Spirit. You are remote, but oh, how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence. One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Le'olam Va'ed. I need my bet class. I've got a few people this week in my bet class. One. Oh, you're coming up? Are you in bet now? Oh my gosh. Sometimes, I don't know, the kids are going up too fast. I don't even remember how fast we're going up. Come on up. But we're not there. We're here, there. You up there? Yes, go. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem. Would you lead us in the English too? You're good at that. You shall love your eternal God.
With all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you today on your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way. When you lie down and when you rise up, bind them on your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes, and inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you comfort yourselves to the world. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God.
Awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm close out of the way. Good job, good job, good job. I have a nice team working here, don't I? In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love. From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us. Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed. May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele, malechutecha rahuvanecha, bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe, zeilianu vehameru, Adonai himluch, Adonai himluch, le'olam vaed. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hands of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in our loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Bishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Adonai sifata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Source of all being, We turn to you now, as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens. They felt you in their hearts. They sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are the source of life and blessing. Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children. You are the support of the fallen. Help us to lift up the fallen. You are the author of freedom. Help us to free the captive. You are our hope in death as in life. Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are Kadosh. Your name is Kadosh. And those who strive to be Kedoshim declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. So before we sing, you go back to the Avot on page 76, and I don't tell you this, but I don't like giggling in the middle of a service and not tell you why I'm giggling in the middle of service. But you know how it says, Koneh HaKol? We say, El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Vekoneh HaKol. So the translation is supposed to have something to do with, like God is responsible for everything. But the word koneh also means to buy. And if we're created in God's image, then a day like Black Friday just reminds me that we're buying up everything. I don't know, I had to giggle when I say that God is a koneh hakol, is one who buys everything. Sorry about that. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Koreh Honeg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Koreh Honeg Shabbat Aham Mekadeshi Mekadeshi Shvi Shabbat Kulam Yisbehu V'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Koreh Honeg Shabbat V'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat Chemdat yamim oto karata Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Koreh Honeg Shabbat Zecher Lemase Lemase v'reishit Shabbat Zecher Lemase Lemase v'reishit Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Koreh Honeg Shabbat. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, We look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the gift of freedom. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. We take a moment now to say the prayers that are in our hearts as we take a moment of private, silent meditation. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו Amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru Our prayers and our thoughts turn to those who are ill or recuperating as we turn to the inside back cover of the prayer book. And I turn off my microphone to read off the names. us to include in our prayers, please call them out. For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. Mi shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha may the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lehavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And we add, Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say Amen. So I want you to remember that we have a choice. We always have a choice. That's our imperative, is that we have a choice. And we have a story. And the parts of the story that we choose to listen to, the parts of the story that we choose to repeat, we have a choice about that too. So what brings this up is Thanksgiving. This week I've been bombarded by stories of what the real Thanksgiving was like, and how, what they call the real Thanksgiving, and how the picture of the happy Indians and the happy pilgrims sitting together with a meal is not exactly the way that some people believe it happened. That the way that they believe it happened was a lot darker than that. There was more destruction, there was more intolerance. And I said Indians and pilgrims intentionally because they were Native Americans, and we came in, and it wasn't as the picture that we like to do while we're in elementary school. But the story that we choose to tell, the one when we're passing the gravy, the one that we're thinking about, is the one that we were told in elementary school. It's the one that makes the world a place where the people who lived here and the people who came learned from each other and sat down and ate with each other. And that is the story that we like to hold on to, even if it's not totally the truth. And the same thing is true for an awful lot of things that we do in life. When I think back to Egypt and the hundreds of years that we were enslaved in Egypt, we never tell the story that we let ourselves become enslaved, and we don't tell much about the story about what it took for the Egyptians to enslave us. We focus on the part where we were slaves and we became free. We tell a little bit about how hard it was, and we choose to remember the story about us being slaves for the freedom and to never treat anyone else the way we were treated. And it's left to our imagination to think about the horrible ways that slaves can be treated so that we should never treat them like that again. And we choose to think about the creation of the world. We can go back and back. We can choose to think about the creation of the world. We can imagine that it's 6 days and God using words and light and animals and all of that. And we can choose to believe that because that version of the story helps us remember that we are all on this planet together. And I love understanding what the reality was. Although you know that I was really terrible at history. So there's a part of me that's glad that I didn't learn the real versions of some of these stories until I was old enough to handle it. And I still can't handle it. Some of these are darker than I ever want to remember. And I don't want them to be part of my history. And some of them I step away from it being part of my history. When I think about Native Americans and I think about the first people coming on the boats and I realize that very few of them were Jews like me, then it makes me step away from it as if I had no part in this. But we think about the fact that there are people today who remember the version of the story in a very different way than we do. And they're hurting still. And so I hope that when we're making our choices about our story, about how we want to remember, I mean, people have called it the myth that we want to remember, the myth that the world has the potential of being a good place. I have to tell you, that's the myth, that's the story that I want to try to remember. And it's not because I want to ignore the fact of the reality, but it's because when I take that myth, I have a choice, and I take it and I move forward with it. I can take that story and I can say, look, we can be friends. Look, we can sit down at the same table together. We can do this. And it's not about what we did, but it's about who we get to become and the choices that we make now. That's what I pray for in our Thanksgiving is sometimes you look back and you open up the window and you see a world that's not such a wonderful world. I want us to be able to look on that side and the side that we are creating, and I want us to imagine the world that we can create. That's what I want, and I can be thankful for that too. Now, I am looking, and I don't have a president or a vice president or executive board, so with your indulgence, if I read these things quickly because I know what they are, we can be out of here. I want to thank Claire and the Kamiker family for leading us in Shabbat candle and Kiddush blessings. That was really pretty cool, I have to say. There will not be religious school or Hebrew classes this Sunday, but we have Hebrew class on Wednesday, okay? We will have a group volunteering at the Northwest Louisiana Food Bank this Tuesday, November 28th, from 2:30 to 4. Notice the new time. That was not the time we had originally discussed. If you haven't yet told Helene that you're coming, please talk to her. They're talking about the possibility of a lunch first, if you can make that. But even if you can't do that, they loved when we helped at the last mitzvah day, and we know how much they need our help now. So please, so that note 2:30 to 4. I will be leading a discussion group about ethical dilemmas from a Jewish perspective, again, Wednesday, November 29th from 2 to 3 at the Tower of the Oaks. If you can, you should join us. We have a really good time. Next week, Helene is going to be leading services and Torah study. I will be on a Snifty conclave. If you don't know what that is, I can explain it sometime. There will be a fair trade sale starting December 3rd, which is next Sunday, going through December 17th, which is already in the middle of Hanukkah, here at B'nai Zion. You will also have opportunities to buy gift shop merchandise, some of which is Be Nice, Don't Mess With It, is already being set up. You're welcome to come by during religious school hours or during normal office hours. If you want to come at a different time, we may be able to accommodate that. Please contact the office to set up an appointment. Remember that the first light of Hanukkah is December 12th. We have many, that's coming up that's really right here. We have many opportunities to celebrate together, including parties at the retirement homes. And we have a party here at B'nai Zion on the 17th. Bring your Chanukiah and light it with everyone else on, over here, B'nai Zion, December 15th during services. And the biennial triggered something for me, so I'm going to true confession you where this came from. But the Torah portion during the biennial, in 2 weeks from now, is about the Joseph and his multicolored dream coat, or whatever it was, a fancy schmancy coat. And so we are going to have a coat of many colors coat drive starting now until at least the 17th of December. Well, that's the date we are hoping you'll bring them by. Either new or gently used clean coats for all ages, and we will donate them for you. So please bring them. And Coat of Many Colors event, I thought that was a good idea. I hope we do this every year. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for pulpit flowers in loving memory of Joseph Goldman by Sharon and Elliot Goldman, in loving memory of Jacob Greenberg, Reba G. Strauss, and Charles Selber by Rachel and Mandy Selber, in loving memory of Harold Kaplan by Mark Kaplan and Betsy Kaplan Beal, in loving memory of Alfred Kent by the family, in loving memory of Betty Ken Alkus Levy by Bert and Ike Muslow, in loving memory of Mamrie, is that how you say it? Mamrie? Mamrie, yeah, because I think I'm missing a letter here. Sorry, that's why I was asking. Wolf Parker, by Patty and Steve Parker. That's what I thought it was. And I want to let you know that we're working on a glitch in the lighting. We love the lights, they're automatic, but now that sundown happens after the office is closed, if you ask us to light a light and it's not supposed to be this week, like let's say you say, I'll be out of town next week, can you please light the light for us this week? That's not a problem. But apparently at sundown, it resets to whatever the normal lights are. We will try to fix that problem, but we had it last week that someone asked us to change the date of when we read off the yard sites, and Karen left and the light was lit and I checked, and then when the person got here, the light was out because at sundown everything changes, so we will try to fix that. So now I'm going to invite everyone who is under the age of 13 to come up if you would like to open up the ark. Come on, come on. Everybody else is turning to page 148 and getting ready to stand up. Page 148, when the ark is open, please rise. Come on, come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a come on, come on-ing. Come on. Ready? And we open the ark. Page 148. Let's open the bottom one too. Open, open, open. Let's see what they're doing. Some of them are sleeping. What? It must be Shabbat already. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goy haratzut, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And on the facing page we're going to sing ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד Ushimo, Ushimo, Ushimo Echad. When the arks are closed, buy happy Torahs, buy sparkly Torahs. When the arks are closed and everybody is not in the ark anymore, you may be seated. Awesome. What a great team I have this time. Look at this. Alexander decided to make it a girls-only event today. We continue on page 150. I'm sad to report that Most of the numbers increased from last week. We have lost 32 military in the line of duty this year. We have lost 118 police officers and 20 canine officers. We have lost 80 firefighters already this year. May their memories be a blessing. May their families be consoled. May we be forever grateful that there are people who are willing to run into dangerous situations for our sake. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We continue on page 153. In nature's ebb and flow, your eternal law abides. As you are our support in the struggles of life, so also are you our hope in death. In your care, O God, are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Your power gives us strength. Your love comforts us. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts. Fill us with trust in you and turn us again to the tasks of life. And may the memory of our loved ones inspire us to continue their work for the coming of your sovereign rule. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. We remember Vivian Murov. As we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing Yortzites this week include Sam Abramson, Sidney E. Blumenthal, Saul Cruvant, Claire Fine, Hyman Gardspain, Fanny Ginsberg, Joseph Goldman, Mrs. Ray Goldstein, Sam Goldstein, Edith Gompertz, Jacob Greenberg, Annette Phillips Hirsch, Harold Kaplan, James J. Katz, Ida Katzenstein, Alfred Kent, John Lerner, Julia Lesser, Betty Ken Alkus Levy, Raymond Morris, Dorothy O. Muslow, James Muslow, May Marie Wolfe Parker, Alex Rubin, Charles Selber, L.F. Shanblum, May Stein, Ruth W. Steiner, Reba G. Strauss, Lottie Sugar, Bobby O. Sussman, Joel Vernon, Arthur Henry Werner, and Samuel Willer. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye chon u'v'yomei chon, u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha v'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom ben Ramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated, unless you are under 13, and then I'm going to have you help me with the motzi. We ready for this? How big do you think this is going to be? Big enough for all of us? No. Oh, we're going to have to share. We're going to have to be good at this. Ready? Hold on to the bottom. Come on in. Sneak in, sneak in, sneak in. And somebody start us off with a hamotzi.
Hamotzi lehem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. voices rise and song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'otzi lechem ha'aretz.
But to everyone, I hold the plate. Everybody pull. Make sure everybody gets. Make sure everybody gets. Make sure everybody gets. Did you get? Did you get? Oh, somebody got a big piece. You sharing? Take it back and share it with your family. Go, take it back. What's your favorite part of Shabbat? It's our favorite part of Shabbat. The voices, when those kids are singing. Please rise for the closing benediction. Look around and you'll see what it is that I am thankful for. I'm thankful that we didn't lose power this Thanksgiving. We've done that before on Thanksgiving Shabbat. I'm thankful that we all made it here safely and healthy. And I'm thankful to be worshiping with all of you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always look up to the thing that God needs to look up to in you. And may God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu l'Adonai, hodu cha cha cha.